have it. LA style street dogs. Woo!
You know, it's actually kind of crazy. If you would have told me 8 months ago that I'd be sober for this long, healthier than ever, having done some pretty amazing things across the last 8 months, and now powering through books left and right, even cruising around Barnes & Noble on my day off looking for another book to read while camping alone in the hills in the middle of winter, probably would have laughed my ass off and told you that you were batshit crazy. But here I am. 2026, the year of big adventures continues. Good morning, friends and family. Welcome back to High Desert Adventures. And if you're new here, my name is Matt, and here it's all about the outdoor adventures, from hiking, backpacking, camping, fishing, anything outdoors. This is episode 7 of my series called Escaping the Weekly Grind, where we do just that. Escape that weekly work week, that weekly grind, get out in the outdoors, and just experience the beauty of Mother Nature. And for this week's escape, we're back in the hills, back in the South Hills of the Sawtooth National Forest, my personal favorite weekly escape. Done a ton of hiking out here, camped out here a few times. And if you watched my video from a few weeks ago, I tried out hot tent camping for the first time. And it was a fun experience, but didn't exactly go as planned.
That was a really long, really cold night. When the fire would get going to where it heated up the tent, and it just got super smoky in the tent.
So this is what I call comfort camping. It's not exactly just luxury camping or glamping or anything like that. It's not also just pitching a tent and sleeping in a sleeping bag on the floor. We got a little bit of comfortable system with a wood-fired stove. We got a cot, 0-degree sleeping bag, sleeping pad, all that. And hopefully this time around it's gonna be a better experience. Thank you to all the people who watched my last video, Comfort Camping, and gave me all kinds of good feedback about using a wood-fired stove and a hot tent. So I was able to use all that information and take my learning experience the first time. And I think I'm a lot more prepared this time. So I actually picked up some oak firewood that's cut to the perfect size for a wood stove. And I found out that the wood I was burning in the stove last time is part of the issue why I built up all that creosote and created a lot of smoky backdraft kind of issues inside the tent. So burning the proper wood inside a wood stove is a major important thing you want to keep track of and do your research on before you just come out and wing it like I did. We did get a new wood burning stove, a replacement unit from Amazon. It was there within a couple of days and I sent the old one back. So thank you to Amazon for providing me with a new stove to come out and try it again. I also double checked the chimney flute lever and how tight the chimney flute nut is so the chimney flute doesn't close on its own like last time, which was another issue I had, why it also created a lot of backdraft through the chimney and put all that smoke inside the tent. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start breaking in the stove, doing that initial burn to get all those nasty smells and chemicals from the manufacturing process off. I'm going to start that burn earlier in the day. And right now it's about 11 a.m. So I think here in the next hour I'm going to start doing a slower, longer burn. I brought plenty of that oak firewood, so shouldn't have any issue with running out of the oak firewood. I already got my firewood chopped for the campfire pit. I already got everything set up. If you want to see how I set up or how quick and easy it is to set up or check out more details about this tent and all that, go back, watch my first video on comfort camping, or I'll put a little link up here somewhere. Another reason why I think this is going to be a better experience this time around is I'm fully rested coming in. It's my day off today. I didn't come out here after working a 3 a.m. shift and run straight home and pick up my gear and run straight out here. I'm not coming down to any sickness like I was 3 weeks ago. And I took it a little bit slower and more methodical and more prepared approach this time around. So I'm feeling really good coming in. I told myself yesterday, after watching a ton of the videos I always watch on YouTube, I told myself, rain or shine, I don't care what the weather is. I'm coming out here and I'm camping regardless. So just in case there's any issues with the stove and I cannot use it overnight, I brought plenty of extra base layers, mid layers, top layers, rain gear, snow gear, everything. So I think even just having enough clothing and my 0-degree sleeping bag and having enough gear and a tire and all that, I think I'll be perfectly fine either way. So here's our campfire pit. Got all my wood chopped. Can always chop more if I need it, but I think that's good to get going. And here's our hot tent. Got our guidelines pulled out and set up. I did get the stove set up inside the tent already, but I got my windows down. I'm gonna roll up both doors when I start that slow initial burn for the stove. But this is the One Tigris Raven Nest. Very affordable, very good quality tent I got on Amazon. I'll show you guys the inside once I get those doors rolled up. It got a little windy, so I had to roll the doors back up. And I did get the awning poles on Amazon as well that I was missing last time. I just cannot, for the life of me, figure out how the hell to set them up and keep them from folding in or blowing away or any of that. So got a little picnic bench with all of our other food and coffee and all that. It is pretty dang windy, as you could probably tell. It may rain a little bit on and off. We did get a lot of rainfall in southern Idaho area yesterday. And today is supposed to be potential rain on and off. You can see those clouds moving quickly and moving over us. But check out this view. That's actually the Third Fork trailhead right there. It's a 9.5, 9 3/4 mile loop through the canyons, out through the hills, and around and back. I've done a few videos on that trail as well. It's one of my favorite trails out here. It's really awesome. A lot of different landscapes, a lot of different terrains, a lot of different scenery. And it's a good amount of elevation gain. I think it's like 1,700 feet. So great hike. But this time of year, it's a little tough. And I don't think I'm going to be doing any hiking this week. I'm just chilling, just escaping that grind, you know. But this is actually the campsite that I've been wanting to get
for a while now. Every time I come, I camp over on that side. You see me done a few videos over there. But no one's out here this week. No one's probably crazy enough to come camp in the South Hills in the rain like I am. But here we go. Check out that view. No outhouse in front of us. Got a view of the trailhead in the mountains. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked with the setup, but let me get these doors rolled up and show you guys what the inside of the tent looks like. All right, so there's that oak firewood cut to perfect lengths to fit inside the stove. And like I mentioned earlier, it's the proper type of wood to burn in a stove like that. There's our new wood burning stove. Got it all set up. I'll end up keeping these windows down, keeping this door up, and keeping that back door up when I do that slow initial burn-in process. There's a torch, ash bucket. Got the stove on top of the flame-proof mat. Those are my gloves right there. Got our 0-degree sleeping bag. Underneath we have the Exped Ultra. I think it's a 1.38R sleep value. Got it on top of a cot. Got our blow-up pillow over there. Brought the chair inside for now, but over there I got my fire extinguisher, smoke and carbon monoxide detector, indoor-outdoor thermometer, lantern, flashlight, all that. So that's our setup. Pretty much the same as last time, but we're gonna do things really simple this time. I'm not gonna do any crazy cooking or anything like that. I got a bunch of snacks like tuna bowls, protein bars, dried fruit. I did bring a couple of backpacking meals that I had left over in my other big overnight backpacking backpack, and we're just gonna keep it simple with the food and all that this time. This time around, I really just want to have the best approach for the overall experience and convenience. And like I mentioned before, we're just chilling. We're just out here away from everybody and everything, and we're just chilling, having a good time. So yeah, once it's time to get that stove burning in or get this campfire lit, I'll check in with you guys and see how the day goes. Well, I came in here, started chopping some of the oak firewood into smaller pieces, getting it ready to fire up the stove. I had both doors rolled up, all the ventilation all the way open. Even got some of that chopped oak inside the stove there. And I started hearing the raindrops, and I realized I had my truck doors open still, my windows down. And like I said, I had both doors and vents all and everything all open in the tent, and got a little bit of raindrops all over. I don't know if you could tell. Everything started getting a little wet. So I had to run and close the truck off, grab whatever I needed from outside on the picnic bench that I didn't want to get wet, and run inside the tent, drop the doors down, zip them up. It'd be really nice if those awning poles were working right now, so I could just pop them out, zip them down, but wouldn't be a high desert adventure without some interference from Mother Nature. Seems like that's a reoccurring thing with my videos, but it's all good. Either way, I'm still happy to be out here, still having a good time. It's where I feel happy, it's where I feel at peace, and I got a hell of a view. You know, what more can you ask, except for this rain to stop and this wind to stop. But like I was showing you in the beginning, I got the tent staked down real good, even got the tarp staked down in the middle, got everything pretty well set up. So if we got to tough it out a little bit, we got to tough it out a little bit. The only thing I don't have with me inside the tent is my backpack with my extra layers of clothing and waterproof gear, which is inside the truck, but not a big deal. Still early in the day, still plenty of time to see how the day turns out. Ain't worried about it, know what I'm saying? Check out the view outside that window. Perfect little view of the campfire. You can see some of the, that's on the outside of the tent, but that's some of the creosote that melted off and that I tried to wash off the best that I could before I brought this back out. But yeah, there's a little setup. Not bad, not bad. Of course, once I get inside here and zip everything up, the rain stops. All good. So we'll check back in once things get going. Picking up now. Should have ran out there and grabbed my firewood for the campfire and brought it in here so it doesn't get soaked. Bummer. So I decided to light that fire and get that initial burn going. I got both windows open right now all the way down. Don't have the doors open yet because it's still extremely windy and it still is raining a little bit. With as much as the wind's blowing, the amount of airflow that's traveling through the tent, I feel confident that it's safe to do this initial burn right now. Worst case scenario, just open one of the doors or close the door to the stove, whatever I got to do. But kind of wanted a little bit of warmth and I wanted to have that stove burning in slowly by now. Decided just to light the fire, start feeding small little cut pieces of that oak. Just get a little bit of warmth and start that breaking process. Hopefully some of this passes at least a little bit. Be nice to get these doors open and go light the campfire and sit by the campfire. And I still got to run to the truck and grab my backpack with all my clothing and my other gear and supplies and stuff. Not gonna lie, it does look a little sketchy. Really glad I set up those guy lines. Glad I know that the tent is structurally sound. Definitely getting a little chilly. Glad I'm burning in that stove right now. Creek's flowing. Check it out. Got a little walkway right here. Goes down to the creek. Oh, it's a little muddy. But it looks like the rain temporarily stopped, so I'm making a break for the truck to grab my GoPro batteries. Ew, there's some doo-doo right there, that's nasty. Grab my GoPro batteries and my waterproof jacket just in case I need to bundle up and in case this turns into a tent video of just me chilling in the tent. Need to have those GoPro batteries. Oh, bummer, it looks like my firewood's getting wet, getting soaked. I don't anticipate that being a deal breaker or a major issue. I mean, what's a campsite without a campfire, right? Grabbing my jacket. Really suck not to be able to have a campfire. No, I'm not cooking anything today or anything crazy like that, but still really be nice to sit there at this view. I don't know if the GoPro will do it justice, but off in the distance out there, you can see the snow-capped mountains. Imagine sitting by the fire. That view. Creek flowing to your right. Hoping that works out, but I know most people would say I'm batshit crazy to be out here doing this right now, but I love it. Looks like the rain's picking back up. Yeah, I might really be hunkered down for a while. Good old Idaho weather. Forecast don't mean jack shit sometimes. All right, let me set this stuff down and get hunkered back in here. Well, it's been about an hour since I checked in last. Rain briefly stopped, so I went and put on my thermal baseline weatherproof jacket. Chopped up the oak firewood for the wood stove. Chop that up into smaller pieces so that it's a lot easier to get the fire going when I need to throughout the night with smaller pieces and all that. Brought in the other box of it just in case. Really like to get that campfire going and move my chair outside and sit by the fire and look into the canyons, but as you can tell, it just started raining again, so just slowly burning in the stove. The smell of the oils or paints or whatever they say is on there from the manufacturing process. The smell of it burning off is not bad at all right now. Got the front door open, both windows. I don't have the back door open right now. But right now the ventilation's more than enough. It doesn't smell bad or anything like that. Still is really nice to be out here. Hearing that creek running, seeing this crazy ass weather. Knowing I'm the only damn person out here in this part of the forest, this part of the hills. Probably the only person in the hills in general. Really glad I staked this tent down really well this time. This may just turn into a staying inside the tent to avoid this storm video. But I got everything I need inside the tent. I got my drinking water, got enough water for the jet boil for my backpacking meals, got enough snacks, got all my GoPro gear, batteries, all that, cell phone chargers. I already got the carbon monoxide detector on the battery charger as well. Checked in on the Garmin Messenger with my loved ones. So yeah, just hanging out. Fortunately, there's not a whole lot of action going on in this video just yet, but we're out here, man. We're doing it. Tell that chimney is damn hot right now. But the flute's working, everything's good on the stove, so. Tell you, these tuna bowls hit. Tuna bowls with rice and beans. This one's spicy pepper. Pretty dang good. Quick and easy little snack. What's it got, like 10 grams of protein, something like that. I could see throwing some cheese on some bread, some hot sauce. It'd probably be fire. As you can hear, the storm came back. Not terrible, but it's coming down pretty good. I got the fire going really good, so hopefully it doesn't put it all the way out. I tipped my camping chair over and angled it over the top of the chopped firewood. So if I am able to get back out there and enjoy the fire in the evening time, I'll have to see if I have a towel in the truck or something and put it down on the chair. But I think the firewood's protected enough for now. Stay dry. Fire inside the stove here is going pretty good. I really like this slow and long burning method to burn it in. It's been burning for 3.5 hours now, and I don't smell any kind of nasty smell from that initial burn anymore. Chimney flute's working fine. Chimney looks extremely hot, but it was weird. It was kind of looking like hail coming down for a second too. Might be, but I got the truck running outside the tent. Charge up the phone a little bit. Got a full tank of gas, so before I use any of my portable battery chargers, figured might as well just charge up in the truck right there. It's pretty cozy in here already, I gotta say. I can imagine in the evening time when it gets colder and I can close up the windows a little bit, close the door on the stove. I feel like this is gonna work much better tonight. Let me show you guys what I got going on over here. So the stove's working real good. Still got the door open. Tell that chimney's a little hot, but airflow's really nice. No smoke or carbon monoxide type stuff going on. That box over there is one of those, but chopped down to smaller pieces. So I'm pretty stocked up. Things are looking pretty good. You can see the chair off in the distance protecting the firewood. I was just kind of quick thinking on the fly, seeing if it works. But yeah, it's been really nice. Overall, I'm really happy being out here and enjoying my experience. So once again, we will check in later on. All right, so it is 6:04 p.m. Sun goes down at 6:22, so I figure about that time to have some dinner, which, as I said, I was keeping it simple this time around. Mountain House. This one is chicken and mashed potatoes. Looks like one of those like chicken mashed potato dumpling kind of meals that you get in the store, one of those box meals. Supposedly it's really good, 44 grams of protein. So I'm gonna get this made up. And then after that, get in the tent, get back into the sweatshirt and sweatpants. Stove's still working great. It's been a series of raining on and off, and I've just been kind of hanging out, going back and forth between the tent and the campfire. So make some dinner. It's so beautiful, so peaceful. Really digging this campsite a lot compared to that last one. The last one was nice because it was kind of tucked into the trees, but this one's got creek access. I actually like that it's a little more open. It's a lot drier, a lot flatter. It's just crazy sometimes when you stand here and just turn around and look at all the different hills. Some of them are snow-capped. Some of them are just covered in dead sagebrush. Some of them still covered in live green plants and shit. Red plants and shit. Me with my etiquette and my vocabulary, right? No, it's been really nice. This has been a perfect escape to that weekly grind. This last week was another tough one, as I'm sure everyone's 9 to 5 can be. But it's those tough experiences that make the escapes even better. They make them even more meaningful. It's peaceful. Not a soul in sight. Cold, but not ridiculously freezing cold just yet. Campfire going. Nice tent set up. What more can you ask for? It's crazy how being out here alone, so far away from everybody and everything, being in the middle of these tall, huge hills, really makes you feel small in the big picture of things, you know? I love it. All right, water is at a boil. This one calls for 13 fluid ounces. Stir, stir, stir. Dump just a little more in there. Boiled about 16. Left a little bit in the jet boil. Looks like it's the perfect consistency already. All right, let's close this bad boy up for 4 minutes. Stir it again. Let it sit for another 3 minutes. This one's gonna be good. I like that already. All right. It has been long enough, and I am ready to eat. Before I dig in, just take this moment to say I'm extremely grateful to be here. I'm extremely grateful to be connecting with Mother Nature in the outdoors, finding some peace. Very grateful for this escape of that weekly grind. Grateful to share this experience with everyone. Extremely grateful for all the support, all the positive words and reaffirmations and motivation and everything that everyone gives me. Extremely grateful for the amazing people I have in my life. The people that are closest to me, you know who you are. Very grateful for all the highs and the lows. Grateful for my life. And most importantly, my family, my mom, my dad, my brothers. Brothers from other mothers and sisters from other misters. Grateful to God for the life I've been given. That being said, let's dig into this chicken and mashed potatoes, because I tasted some on the spoon when I was stirring it, and it was delicious. And why does the smoke always follow you no matter where you sit? While this was cooking, I moved this chair and the camera in like 3 different spots, trying to get to where the smoke wasn't, but still get a good shot. But it's just crazy, huh? How everywhere you go around a campfire, the smoke just gravitates towards you. I have no idea why, but I don't even care. Let's just dig in and appreciate what we're doing the things we love. Oh, that smells freaking good, yo. Mm-hmm. Yep, that is really, really good. My first backpacking trip I ever went on last year in the Sawtooth, I brought some Peak Refuel, and I liked it. It tasted really good. Really, really good. It just really did something to my stomach. I just had a funny memory from that night. But the Peak Refuel did something to my stomach that just did not agree with me. And I've switched to Mountain House in the last couple camping or hiking, backpacking trips, whatever. And I gotta say, I don't know, Peak. Mountain House might be the way to go. This right here is a 10 out of 10. The last Mountain House I had was beef stroganoff. That one was a 10 out of 10. Mountain House is hitting. Yeah, it's rehydrated perfectly. The chicken is nice and dense but chewy. Mashed potatoes are really flavorful. I gotta say, this is really freaking good. It's crazy how quick the clouds move. I don't know if I ever noticed how quickly clouds move until I moved to southern Idaho. I don't know if that's something just here or something I missed in years past. But man, the clouds here move quick. And it's kind of cool because they're parting a little bit back there. And you can see a little bit of the sunset poking through. And it has been crazy cloudy all day. And yesterday too. And to see a little bit of pink sky poking through the clouds. It's nice, it's beautiful. But all right, I'm not gonna bore you guys with me smacking my food on these chicken and mashed potatoes that are delicious. Probably sit here and burn the rest of that wood. Get a little bit of nighttime campfire in, and like I said, I'm gonna change my clothes into something comfy. Get in that tent, maybe do a little more reading, maybe do a little writing, a little reflecting. Keep that stove going and ride out the night. See you guys in a little bit. Y'all, it is 7:04 p.m. The last of the fire's dying out. I got that window on this side open still, just so I can see the fire, make sure nothing's getting out of hand out there. According to my thermometer, it is currently 50.5 degrees inside the tent. I just threw a little bit more oak inside the wood burning stove. Got my carbon monoxide detector set up, no problems, no issues. It's not smoky in here at all. Definitely warm enough for me to be in my, one second, let me turn on this light. To be in my base layers, sweatpants and base layers, wool socks, and I feel good. I don't feel cold or anything like that. It's a little nippy, but nothing bad. I'm sure once I get this stove going a little higher, we'll crank up the temperature a little bit. This is my plans for the night. Do some reflecting, some writing, do a little more reading of Wild at Heart. I think in the future, I'm gonna start downloading movies on my iPad ahead of time and bringing it out here to watch the movies. Get a little more entertainment, but at the same time too, I like to take these times to reflect and just feel at peace. And you know, reading and writing is definitely something that I enjoy doing a lot more nowadays. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I got some dried apricots in case I need a snack throughout the night, but that chicken and mashed potatoes has me full. That was really good. I am an early bird. I do like to pass out early, so hopefully we can get up early, make some coffee early, maybe sit by the fire a little bit longer, maybe get some drone footage. See if there's a sunrise or something. But all in all, a very peaceful time, very great time, very happy, very comfortable. And yeah, thank you all for joining me on this adventure. And I'll see you guys in the morning unless something interesting happens overnight. Real quick before I let you all go, as far as wildlife in the area, if anybody's questioning or wondering, no bears, which is good. There's an occasional murder kitty or two. Wolves are rumored to be somewhat close to this area, migrating down from the central Idaho area down to where we're at, southern central Idaho. I don't know that for sure. I don't know enough to say, yeah, I believe it or not, but that's some talk going on lately. Moose are heavily populated in this area. And then, of course, deer and stuff like that. So I got Mr. Smith & Wesson by my side with 17 rounds of backcountry defensive ammo. So I feel good. I feel safe. I feel fine. And I think with these fires going and everything like that, and this time of year, I'm not too worried. See you guys in the morning unless something crazy happens overnight. Good night, y'all.
Well, good morning, everybody. Breakfast today, some blueberry and granola Mountain House, and a cup of Verve instant coffee from REI. Almond honey cola, I think is what it was called. Not bad. Skies are finally opening up. Clear blue skies, a little bit of clouds, but nothing too crazy. I don't think it rained overnight at all. I think it stopped raining last night when I got in the tent.
The stove did really well. There's absolutely zero creosote buildup. I only had some smoke backdraft out of the stove one time, and that was when I opened it up to get it going. At one point when I woke up, it was almost out, so I got it going, left the door open, and a little bit of smoke built up, but very quickly after I closed the door did it get under control. And yeah, I slept pretty good. I mean, on and off, just like you typically do when you camp. Here and there, waking up, tending to the fire, falling back asleep. But I think the only issue that I had with sleep was just, it's never enough, you know? Now the cot was okay. It's not the most comfortable, but it does the job. 0 degree sleeping bag works really well. Overall, a really smooth night. Really, really smooth night. Fire's not wanting to work with me this morning, but that's all right. God, it's so nice to see the sunshine and clear blue skies with only a little bit of clouds. Really nice. Yeah, so overall, great experience. It's exactly what I needed. Just a nice little escape to the hills, little peaceful overnight solo camping trip. Didn't focus too much on doing too much, bringing too much or anything, just experiencing it, and that's exactly what I did. It's definitely a great time. Very grateful for this experience. So I'm gonna finish my breakfast and my coffee. Just kind of soak it all in and start breaking down camp. Check in with you guys when it's time to head out. All right, well, I'm packing up already. It's 8:20 in the morning. Not really in a hurry, but I got about an hour drive back home. I'm gonna take all this camping stuff to storage, unload some of the stuff at the house. And like I mentioned, got the Scream 7 premiere tonight. But just wanted to show everybody who watched my previous video and had seen the issues I had with my stove in the chimney. Look at these guys. Completely clean, no creosote. Clean as a whistle, could see all the way through it. And I ran this stove. I started breaking it in at noon yesterday. And I ran it all the way to 4 a.m. this morning. A little bit past 4 a.m. It's already cooled down to the touch, so it's good to pack, and there's no gunk, no creosote, no issues whatsoever. So that oak firewood is a must for wood stoves and hot tents. I'm not going to do any Amazon affiliate stuff anymore because none of it panned out, and then they said personal orders don't count towards affiliate, blah, blah, blah. So I'll just leave a link for anybody that wants to get the proper firewood and wants to check out this stove for themselves, just to help you guys out. So I'm going to finish packing up. We'll say one last goodbye, and then we're taking our ass back to Twin Falls. Checking with you guys in a minute. Man, it looks like today would have been a better day to camp, huh? But it's all good. I got to work tomorrow morning. And I cannot wait to get to that movie theater tonight and see Scream 7. But we'll just do a quick walk around. I'm gonna leave that firewood for the next camper. And I'm gonna douse some more water on there and make sure that's completely out before I leave. Picked up some loose rubbish and trash that someone else left behind. Our tent and our setup is completely gone. I double checked the ground, made sure there was no stakes left behind, nothing on the picnic table over there. Taco all loaded up. So I'm just gonna douse that again and start this journey back to Twin Falls. All in all, it was a great time, great experience. A little cold, a little rainy, a little wet, but it's all part of the adventure, right? So once again, I love you all. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. I'll see you on the next one.